And we are live tonight from the Outer Rim in what is another gorgeous night here at Urza's Holotable Hall. How are you guys doing? And we are joined by some more Swiggo royalty. Yes, Cubs is here. My man, how are you doing tonight?
You know, it is about time that we start calling you Swiggo royalty, my friend. You are getting up there in this world. You are not anymore just the Lobot versus the meta guy. You're the drunk Lobot versus the meta guy. There's a difference, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's kind of my reputation now. Flying drunk X-Wings and yelling and screaming and just being a total clown in front of the
I gotta say, at the beginning of this video, I had just wrapped up my own Grand Arena stream, and I was getting ready to build my new sick gaming PC, and I turned on your stream, and I stopped everything I was doing for a solid 15 minutes because it was just like the funniest thing ever. You had your Lobot headgear on, and you didn't have your glasses. You're like trying to see the screen. I was like, this is just pure comedy.
Oh, yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. Thanks for giving me some love. Appreciate the shout out. More importantly, thanks for coming to the hall tonight. We've got 6 important issues to talk about here, guys. There is a lot going on in the holotables, and I'm going to cover the top 3 on my channel, and then we're going to send you over to Cubs' channel, and we'll hear about the bottom 3 over there. Yes. And yeah, it'll be a fun time. So let's just get right to it. There is panic. Panic on the holotables. If you can see my screen, I've got a picture of Grievous's eyes, and they're spitting out the fire. It's very on point. Cubs. Is CG confirmed that Grievous is working as intended?
Yes.
Everybody, do we just need to chill out, or is there legit reason for panic?
I think some are taking it to a little bit of an extreme. But that said, I think it makes sense to me that people would be disappointed with this, because the most optimistic angle of this, Grievous is still not better than Revan. He's not going to be kicking Revan out of the arena and being the guy in the arena. So if that was your expectation, I do think you're probably going to be disappointed. That said, he doesn't look worthless. I just posted a video on my channel, I think last night. By the time you share this, I just shared it before we started recording. And my buddy NVR24, he has a Discord server called Swiggo University, really great theory crafter in this game. He found a way to make this work. He just was patient all day. He had a lot of trial and error, got some remodding going on, figured out some attack strategy, and you know what? It's working for him in almost every single battle now. The only exception for him is if Revan marks B1, which was out of 14 battles he recorded, only 1 instance. And so to me, I just feel like with these reworks, it's stressful when they first hit. It's something new we're trying to figure out. It might feel like it's not working, but just give it longer than a couple hours, and something usually tends to surface, and I think that was the case in this rework.
Yeah, so I think Top Hat basically came out and said, guys, you got to mod him with. Didn't he they put a post up today saying you basically have to mod him with health mod 60, and it's got to be maxed out gear. And a lot of the footage we've seen, it really is kind of dependent on your droideka being up to snuff to be able to hang in the fight long enough to really get the damage going. So. I mean, should we be expecting as a community that every single rework is meta? I mean, should that be an expectation? Because let me take you back. Do you remember when Tarkin got his Zetas? And it's been a while. It's been a while, right? That was a long time ago. Tarkin got his Zetas and got a rework, and they basically said, look, guys, not every character can be meta. They did stand behind their statement tonight, though, with that he can do it. You know, you guys just kind of you guys got to stick with it. Right. So they kind of doubled down on that statement. So I guess we just got to figure it out here. But the bounty hunters were not meta. Do you think that, should we be expecting every character to be meta that's reworked?
This game will die so fast if that's the case. If everything they change is a brand new arena meta, then the power creep just goes nuts. I think I think so, and that's a common criticism with this game. Like when Revan hit, he's meta, power creep. Oh my gosh, the power creep's so bad. Okay, well, if we're gonna trump the meta every single time something changes, then the power creep will get crazy. And so to me, I think that General Grievous's kit is very well designed. I like the utility it has. I think that when we mod it right, when we relax, I think it's gonna be fine. I think Droideka probably needs to be 7 stars. I haven't seen it working yet with the 3-star Droideka, just because he does need to absorb those hits. And you know what? When you're going against a full Gear 12 team, I think it's probably fair that you need full Gear 12 on the other side to beat it. Not 3 Gear 12 and 2 3-star Gear 11s. So I don't think that's
the days of running Nihilus out there at 3 stars, annihilating the entire board, right? Like,
gone are the days.
Yes.
Yep. But even then, you don't just have to beat Revan. There's other teams it's going to work against. But anyway, I digress.
Okay. We've got, let's stay on the theme here. We've got Magna Guard. Now, I'm switching to the next slide here.
Next slide.
Is Magna Guard, I mean, he's been kind of the lackluster guy here. I got a picture of him. He's got his eyes lit up here. He's got his cape on. No cape in the game. But is Magna Guard necessary in this lineup? I know he's got the Separatist and the Droid tag, and he kind of fits with the synergy of the team. But a lot of the early feedback is he's not doing enough. Even with the Zeta, many consider the Zeta the worst kind of investment if you're going to go all in here. Is there other options to consider in that Magna Guard 5th slot? Any other ideas that you can float out there?
There's definitely plenty of ideas, but I will say I think Magna Guard, while he might seem to be the weak link in early reports, the footage that I received from NVR24 that he's having a lot of success with has a Magna Guard, and he's working just fine. And so I think that part of that stigma could just be that everyone's panicking and you're looking for someone to blame in the clubhouse. You know, that said,
Magna Guard.
Yeah, exactly. If he had a cape, he'd be fine. We just put the cape there, and we're blaming someone else, man.
I love it.
So, but I've heard reports of some people making L3 work. I haven't seen footage of it. But actually, a pretty well-versed guy in my guild was saying that he was finding success with L3. So that might be something to look at. I thought Imperial Probe Droid might work just...
Yeah, the target locks there.
The target lock synergy. But I haven't heard of many people making that work. That's just more of a theory.
Yeah, I mean, the target locks, there's a lot going on there with these kits. So you'd think that IPD, IG88, and maybe even T3 would have some sort of synergy here. I know T3 being light side getting penalized a little bit more, but I don't know. There's a lot of droids. That's why droids are one of my favorite factions here, just because there's so much going on there, and they've done a really good job of kind of keeping it interesting with that faction. I mean, we had a stretch a couple years ago after the original droid meta where it was pretty much untouched until BB-8 came back around in R2. So
T3M4, I'm glad you brought him up because in my opinion, T3M4 has got to be one of the best characters in this game that still just doesn't have a place where he fits like a glove. And I can't wait until he has it because he's he's really good.
Yeah, I mean, he can spread 10 debuffs on his opening move, that Carbonite thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty nuts. I mean, I can get a turn meter. Maybe he fits on a Palp team somewhere. I don't know. Maybe you're probably using your Palp for more important things. But.
You heard it here first. One day, T3M4 will be dope. There will be a comp, and it will be dope.
All right. Let's press on here. This is the last topic before I'm going to send you over to Cubs channel. We're going to talk Sith capital ships. And Cubs, I got to tell you.
I'm going to stop you right there. You said ships, so I'm going to let you finish out the video. I'm going to go get a drink, and I'll be right back. I'm just kidding.
So Cubs, you'd be actually pretty proud of me. I've never been a ship guy.
Okay.
I made a commitment to my channel and my crew here in the hall that I would get the Millennium Falcon, and that's kind of allowed me to be not horrible at ships, and I'm actually in the top 50 for the first time in
a boy.
Yeah, right.
That a boy. Lobot would be proud. What's the actor's name again that you were?
John Hollis.
John Hollis would be proud of you.
Yeah, he can calculate the jump to light speed with that neural implant of his. So I'm sure
exactly.
But no. So we're talking Sith capital ships, and the smart money here in the holotables is saying, did you farm your Sith fighter? Did you farm your Extinction class bomber? Did you get EP shuttle? There's one more. I'm missing one more. Don't we have 4 total ships? Scimitar, right? That's a Sith ship. So do we think there's a Sith capital ship on the horizon? And I'll say we have, Nihilus had a capital ship. I think his is the Ravager, and then Malik. And there's a lot of speculation that we'll get to on your channel. Malik had the Leviathan, I want to say. What do you think? I mean, is the smart money right here? Should we be farming Sith ships out of our fleet?
So I have a hard time giving anyone advice to farm ships too aggressively, especially on a speculative basis, because the meta doesn't shift that fast in ships. Not nearly as fast as it does in Squad Arena for the most part. But yeah, I think we're definitely due for a capital ship. It's just kind of hard to say which direction it's going to go in. I don't think it's as clear. We've been locked at 4 for a long time.
It has been a very long. That's a great point. It's been when did we get Chimera? That was over a year ago, probably.
Over a year ago, easy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they do something sneaky with like Holdo or something. Holdo's
another one that could get a capital ship. What if they bring in General Leia Organa and we get a capital ship through her? I think that would be pretty dope. So, who knows? Yeah. But for now, I mean, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't care.
All right, my man. Well, this has been some awesome stuff, and thank you. This is like the first time. I mean, I know you stopped by the stream before, but I think this is the first time you've ever been on my channel. So, you guys, if you don't know, if you're living under a rock and you don't know who Cubs is, go subscribe to his channel, dude. Thank you so much for coming by. It was a fun conversation, and we will continue this conversation over at Cubs channel.
Go check it out. I'm gonna post that a little bit later.
Good night from the Outer Rim.